Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. Chapter 14. You know things are bad when you feel guilty for being rude to vampires. When I got back to the house, there's no one waiting outside for my report. Still on alert? Everything's cool, I thought entirely. My eyes quickly caught a small change in the now familiar scene. There was a stack of light-coloured fabric on the bottom step of the porch. I loped over to investigate. Holding my breath because the vampire smell stuck to the fabric like you wouldn't believe, I nudged the stack with my nose. Someone had laid out clothes. Edward must have caught my moment of irritation as I bolted out the door. Well, that was nice. And weird. I took the clothes gingerly between my teeth. And carried them back to the trees. Just in case this was some joke by the blonde psychopath and I had a bunch of girl stuff for here. But he loved to see the look on my human face as I stood there naked holding a sundress. In the cover of the trees I dropped the stinking pile and shifted back to human. I shook the clothes out, snapping them against the tree to beat some with the smell from them. They were definitely guys' clothes. Tan pants and a white button-down shirt. None of them long enough, but they looked like they'd fit around me. Must be Emmett's. I rolled the cuffs up on the shirt sleeves, but there wasn't much I could do about the pants. Oh well. I had to admit, I felt better with some clothes to my name. Even stinky ones that didn't quite fit. It was hard not being able to just jet back home and grab another pair of old sweatpants when I needed them. The homeless thing again. Not having any place to go back to. No possessions either, which wasn't bothering me too bad now, but would probably get annoying soon. Exhausted, I walked slowly up to the Collins porch steps in my fancy new second-hand clothes, but hesitated when I got to the door. Did I knock? Stupid, when they knew I was here. I wondered why no one acknowledged that, told me to either come in or get lost. Whatever. I shrugged and let myself in. More changes. The room had shifted back to normal, almost in the last 20 minutes. The big flat screen was on low volume, showing some chick flick that no one seemed to be watching. Carla and Esme stood by the black windows, which were open to the river again. Alice, Jasper and Emmett were out of sight, but I heard them murmuring upstairs. Belle was on the couch like yesterday, with just one tube still hooked into her, and an IV hanging behind the back of the sofa. She was wrapped up like a burrito in a couple of thick quilts, so at least had listened to me before. Rosalie was cross-legged on the ground by her head. Edward sat at the other end of the couch with Bella's burritoed feet on his lap. He looked up when I came in and smiled at me, just a little twitch of his mouth, but like something pleased him. Bella didn't hear me. She only glanced up when he did, and then she smiled too, with real energy, her whole face lighting up. I couldn't remember the last time she looked so excited to see me. What was with her? For crying out loud, she was married. Happily married too. There was no question that she was in love with her vampire past the boundaries of sanity, and hugely pregnant to top it off. So why did she have to be so damn thrilled to see me? Like I made her whole freaking day by walking through the door. Did she just not care, or more than that, really not want me around? It was so much easier to stay away. Edward seemed to be in agreement with my thoughts. We weren't on the same wavelength so much lately it was crazy. He was frowning now, reading her face while she beamed at me. They just wanted to talk, I mumbled, my voice dragging with exhaustion. No attack on the horizon. Yes, Edward answered. I heard most of it. That woke me up a little. We've been a good 3 miles out. How? I'm hearing you more clearly. It's a matter of familiarity and concentration. Also, your thoughts are slightly easier to pick up when you're in your human form, so I caught most of what you passed out there. Oh. It bugged me a little, but for no good reason I shrugged it off. Good. I hate repeating myself. I'll tell you to get some sleep, Bella said, but my guess is that you're going to pass out in the pool in about 6 seconds. There's probably no point. It was amazing how much better she sounded, how much stronger she looked. I smelled fresh blood and saw that the cup was in her hands again. How much rub would it take to keep her going? At some point will they start trotting in the neighbours? As I headed for the door, counting off the seconds for her, I walked. As I walked. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Where's the flood, Mutt? Rosalie muttered. Do you know how you drown a bond, Rosalie? I asked, without stopping to look at her. Glue a mirror to the bottom of the pool. I heard Edward chuckle as I put the door shut. His mood seemed to have improved in the exact correlation to Bella's health. I've already heard that one, Rosalie called after me. I trudged down the steps, my only goal to drag myself far in front of the trees so that the air would be pure again. I planned to ditch the clothes a convenient distance from the house for the future use rather than tying them to my leg, so I wouldn't be smelling them either. As I fumbled with the buttons on the new shirt, I thought randomly about how buttons would never be in style for werewolves. I heard the voices while I slogged across the lawn. Where are you going? Bella asked. There's something I forgot to say to him. Let Jacob sleep. It can wait. Yes, please let Jacob sleep. It'll only take a moment. I turned slowly. Edward was already out the door. He had an apology in his expression as he approached me. Geez, what now? I'm sorry, he said, and then he hesitated, like he didn't know how to phrase what he was thinking. What's in your mind reader? When you were speaking to Sam's delegates earlier, he murmured, I was getting a play-by-play for Carlisle and Esme and the rest. They were concerned. Look, we're not dropping our guard. You don't have to believe like Sam like we do. We're keeping our eyes open regardless. No, Jacob, not about that. We trust your judgment. Rather, Esme was troubled by the hardships this is putting your pack through. She asked me to speak to you privately about it. That took me off guard. Hardships? The homeless part particularly. She's very upset that you are also barefoot. I snorted. Vampire and mother hen. Bizarre. We're tough. Tell them not to worry. She's thought to do what she can. I've got the impression that Leah prefers not to eat in her wolf form. And? I demanded. Well, we do have normal human food here, Jacob. Keeping up appearances and of course for Bella. Leah's open to anything she'd like. All of you are. I'll pass that along. Leah hates us. So try and pass it along in such a way to make her as considerate, if you don't mind. I'll do what I can. Then there's the matter of clothes. I glanced down at the ones I was wearing. Oh yeah, thanks. Probably wouldn't be good manners to mention how bad they reeked. He smiled just a little. Well, we're easily able to help out with any needs there. I just rarely allows us to wear the same thing twice. We've got piles of brand new clothes that are designed for goodwill, and I imagine that Leah is fairly close to Esme's size. Not sure how she feel about bloodsucker cast-offs. She's not as practical as I am. I trust that you can present the offer in the best possible light, as well as for any other physical objects you might need, or transportation, or anything at all. And showers too, since you prefer to sleep outdoors. Please, don't consider yourselves without benefits for home. He said the last line softly, not trying to keep quiet this time, but with some kind of real emotion. I stared at him for a second, blinking sleepily. That's, nice of you. Tell Esme we appreciate the, thought. But the perimeter cuts through the river in a few places, so we can stay pretty clean, thanks.